Why have I chosen a spiritual path? Why have I chosen a esoteric path? A path which is within a paradigm which is not commonly used. Why? Why have I done that? Why couldn't I carry on living my life the way it was, the way I believed it to be? Seeing this life as the only life, the be all ends all, and finish. Why have I chosen this unusual, esoteric spiritual path? Why? You want to know why? Life was just impossible the way it was. After I suffered one defeat after another, rejection after rejection, I just couldn't anymore. It just wasn't possible. Although at times I look back and I say, I miss parts of that old life, that old paradigm. I miss it. Life was simpler. Things would appear to be a lot simpler. I sort of miss it. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it anymore. And I couldn't see life as just being this one episode of my journey. It made no sense. In my lifetime, I've seen two incarnations. Two. Prior to transition and post transition. And if I may add, maybe it's even three. Because there was pre transition, post transition, and then there was a spiritual path which I took on thereafter. So maybe even three different incarnations that I've seen in my lifetime. Okay, it's not an incarnation because I'm in the same bodily form for the most part. And I'm still here. I didn't change my existence as such. And so it's not a change, it's not a reincarnation as such, but it feels very much like I've reincarnated three times in this lifetime. How does that feel? It feels unusual, to be honest. When I look back at my old self from 5 years ago, there's very little I could trace back to 5 years ago. There's very little commonality I have with the person I was 5 years ago and the person I am today. Although there's little, but there are parts which I could trace back, and I could really see certain ideas, certain thought patterns, certain processes of thinking I still have today. For instance, when I am faced with a challenge wherein somebody tries to undermine me by making me feel insecure, I still go back to that default state which I was struggling and grappling with 5 years ago, wherein I would become that people's pleaser again and try to please that person and not stand firm and remain grounded from within. I'm still a people's pleaser. I haven't given up that title, people's pleaser. I very much would like to, and I'm very much working on it, but I still believe that I am not a 100% fully aligned non people's pleaser type of person yet. But I'm getting there. So that's one thing I have in common with who I was 5 years ago. What else do I have in common? I like learning Talmud. I enjoy learning Talmud. I very much enjoy that. I enjoy studying. I enjoy studying the old studies which I used to study 5 years ago. I still enjoy it. And I still enjoy reading the Bible, reading the Torah. I still enjoy it the way I did 5 years ago. That hasn't gone away. What else do I have in common with who I was 5 years ago? I like to see the good in people. I like to judge people favorably. Even when I was faced with a grave challenge, like a former friend of mine who spread a suicide rumor about me, I tried to see that person after it happened favorably. I tried to judge him favorably. The person didn't check up on me to see if it was authentic because the person was very happy to spread the rumor. Nonetheless, I looked at the person favorably. I'm that kind of person. I like to judge others favorably. It's sort of, again, my default state, and it's not entirely related to me being a past people's pleaser and trying to be not a people's pleaser any longer. But for the most part, I'm a very different person to who I was 5 years ago. It's a new incarnation. It's a reincarnation. It's a rebirth, if you like. It's what the Jews read in the Bible last week. Lek lecha, go to you. Leave your birthplace. Leave your familiar surroundings. Leave your parents. Leave your family. Go to you. Go upon your way and find your path of authenticity, of alignment with God. I really enjoyed putting out yesterday's video, and I myself watched it a few times. I was inspired and impressed. I may have not been inspired and impressed when I said that Noah built the flood. Okay, I'm allowed to make a little mistake. It's okay. I may have made another mistake. I'm not sure, but I think that was one funny mistake which I made, which I could sort of had a little bit of a laugh. But I left in the comment section. I said, no, Noah didn't build a flood. Noah built the ark, which he went in order to save his life and his family's life. Like I said yesterday, Noah built the ark. He was ridiculed for doing it, but he got into the ark with his family at his side. He got into the ark with his family at his side, and he had his familiar surroundings when he sailed, when the flood begun and he sailed. Whereas Father Abraham and Jessica Madden had none of their familiar surroundings. And especially when I faced my second wave of rejection, most of my familiar surroundings were dissipated, gone. And it was quite scary. I had to go into what appeared to be the abyss. It was quite scary. Nonetheless, because I've become now a person who is grounded from a deep, deep place from within, I found my core identity. I found what I found the parts of my life which I enjoy and the parts which I don't enjoy. I'm loving myself. That's one element which I really, really like. I'm loving myself and I'm authentic. I'm not afraid to say that I'm still not totally recuperated and totally withdrawn from my people's pleaser mentality. I'm not fully there yet, but I'm getting there. I really, really feel I'm getting there, and I'm excited about it. Remember, when you live your life for yourself, you go lek leka, you go for you, and you don't depend on others for validation, for worthiness, for sense of value, you could get to very high places. How do you know that you left your old paradigm? When you look at yourself, you reflect upon yourself, and that's how you that's how you judge where your standing is in the current moment. When you're not relying upon someone else to say, wow, you're amazing. No, you're relying upon yourself. You love yourself from a deep, deep place from within. And nobody around you is necessarily acknowledging your change. Nobody around you is necessarily seeing it, but you are. And as a result of you seeing it, you're seeing the symbols that surround it in a different way, in a different light. You hence know that you have changed. You hence know that it won't be long before you'll feel totally grounded from within, and you will not be that people's pleaser any longer. You will not rely on anybody else any longer for your validation. I'm very happy to admit that I'm not fully there yet. I'm very happy to admit my faults. I know I have faults. I'm very happy to say that I'm working on it. And I'm humble. And I'm very much aware of the fact that I'm not there yet. Be that authentic person. Acknowledge where you are, and that will get you off to where you want to get to. But if you're going to be in a state of delusion wherein you'll tell people, oh, I'm fully grounded, I'm fully spiritual now, I have no trace of my old self left within me, you will hence get yourself off to not the place you want to get to. You won't get there. You only get there when you get to a place of authenticity, humble, and honesty. Being humble and honest. Remember, you are the light you are. Remember, if you put love in your paradigm, if you trace love within you, and you say, I hereby send blessings and love to the world, you have hence gone and taken yourself off to a new plateau, a new place of authenticity, of happiness, tranquility, and confidence in spirituality. You could be esoteric in the process. That's okay. That's my message today. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if you have any thoughts or comments, why not leave a thought or comment in the comment section down below? And I will endeavor to respond to your thought or comment as soon as I possibly can. Feel free to share away. Smash the like button. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I love you.